People have, of course, left Paris or threatened to leave because they mentioned it. Do you feel like it's chaos right now?
I feel like a lot of Parisians went on holidays, the one who lives not far from the scene. But I think that there's a lot of Parisians just waiting for the games to begin. The opening ceremony and choosing historical sites in the center of Paris is audacious, that's what he said. And I do believe it is. But I think the main problem with the Parisian is that we don't talk much about sport. And we don't talk about the event. We talk only about the security. We talk about the lockdown. And, there's not this atmosphere that we're supposed to have, and just cheering for the French team and looking forward to who's going to win some medals and to understand who's going to represent the country. And I think that's for now, we're only focusing on the security issues. And it's scary because I know I've been to Olympics. When it's in the stadium, you felt like you can control most things down on the scene. But there's going to be a lot of nice pictures, but I hope that we'll be able to switch the Parisian mindset and to enjoy the games and to encourage and support the athletes.
Some might say this wouldn't be the Paris Games if there wasn't complaining to this.
Look, they all do it. Every Olympics since I've ever been thinking about Olympics, which is now since the late 80s, as soon as the games start, the magic dust settles over the city and it's all forgotten. Craig said exactly perfectly everything I was thinking. The problem we've got is the Parisians are not big sports fans, and the Parisians are not great crowds. Not going to lie. They always complain. Like, get them out of the city. Good, go away. They will regret forever not being in their home city when the greatest show in the world came to town. Their kids and grandkids were saying, "What were you doing during the Olympics?" We went down to the south or wherever they went. But no, they're missing it. You should be in this city. It is going to be spectacular for the next 2 weeks.
It's true, because you would expect, especially in other countries, that there'd be more. That there is this more like party atmosphere, and more like we're so proud to be hosting these games. And at least that's what we saw in the last editions. Maybe Tokyo was, of course, slightly different with the pandemic, but you think of Rio, you think of London, and of course those games had their issues as well. But there was this sense of pride that we don't necessarily feel quite so much in Paris.
It is quite striking what we're seeing in Paris right now. If you look at some of the polling that's been on this, it's remarkable, really. One poll found that some 44% of people in the Paris area think that the Olympics are a, quote, bad thing. Another one found that 65% thought they were either indifferent to the Olympics, concerned about the Olympics, or actually angry about the Olympics. Like, you don't tend to see numbers like that so close to the games. But, your correspondent in the field there raised some interesting points. You don't have to take an anecdote from the field there. You can look at the European Tour Operators Association, which is an industry group that advises tour operators across Europe. And they've been saying for years that, the Olympics have their benefits for sure. It's a wonderful sports party, feel-good factor through the city, but it's not a money-making opportunity for the tourism industry, and we need not fool ourselves. Like, this isn't a bunch of Marxist economists sitting in some university somewhere. This is the European Tour Operators Association that people pay to give the best advice. And so it's a really big trade-off that we're seeing in Paris, and it doesn't seem like people in Paris are yet quite keen to it.